Hello everyone. In the last video we talked about list comprehension and a dictionary comprehension. Today we will discuss map, filter and lambda functions. So using map, filter and lambda I can solve same set of problems which I can solve using list comprehension. But performance wise map, filter and lambda is much more faster than comprehension or than your normal for loop also. Okay, so let's take same example. I have a list of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. I want square of each number. Okay, how to do this using map? So map is a function which takes another function as an argument. So I am calling this function as sqr. Okay, and it will take a iterable as a second argument. So what it will do, it will pick one element from this iterable and pass it to this square function. Next time take this 20, pass it to square function. Next time take 30, pass it to square function. So in short, you have to design your function in such a way that it will accept one value and it will return some results. Okay, so let's define this sqr function. So I'm saying definition of sqr, it will accept one value and this map function defaultly pick one element from this list and pass it to this function. Whatever element I will wish you, I just want to return square of that particular variable. So I'm saying num star star 2. Okay, now if I print the result, I will get something as a map object. It is a iterable object. So if I say for value in result and if I print the value, I can see the result, or I can directly typecast it here to a list. So I can say list of map. Okay, so now it will pick one element from this list, pass it to the square function, return the result and store it in an object. And once you typecast it, I can see all the results. Let's say you want to perform addition of two lists based on the elements. So I have one list, L1 is equals to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, I want L2 is equals to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, now I want to add 100 and 10. I want to add 200, 20, 330 and so on. Okay, so how to do this using map? I'm saying map of, let's say function name is add. It's not mandatory that I can only specify one iterable. So I can specify two iterables, three iterables or any number of iterables. So how it will work? Now it will pick first element from this list, first element from this list and pass it to this add function. So that is the reason your add function should accept two values and it should return some result. So in this case I'm defining this add. Let's take two values as num1 and num2. What is the answer? So it should return addition of num1 plus num2, simple. Okay, it will return a map object. So just typecast it to a list and let's call it as a variable result, or you can directly print it also. So now if I execute this, I will get addition based on the indexes. So for a map function, your output will always be of same length as of input. So if I'm passing a list of length 5, then output will be always of a list with length 5. Okay. The problem which we solved using comprehension, that is I want to find out only even elements from this list or only odd elements, then such filtration I cannot perform using map. And if you want to filter out some elements from a list, then I can use filter operation. Okay, so let's say you have a list which contains 100, 115, 120, 125, 130, 140. Okay, What is the syntax of filter? Again, it will take a function. So it will give me, let's call it a function as check underscore num, okay, and pass this iterable, and it will again give me a object of type filter. So I'm typecasting it using list. Let's call it as result, and let's print the result. Okay, I need to define this. So I'm saying def of check num. I need to pick one variable. So this filter function will also pick one element from this iterable and pass it to this particular function. Okay. So you have to design your function in such a way that for the elements which you are looking for that it should return answer as true. So in this case I am looking for even numbers, then it should return true if number is even. Okay. So if I say if num1 mod 2 equals 0, then I'm saying return true. Okay. Else I'm saying return false. So what filter will do, it will filter out only the elements for which answer is true. If answer is false, it will not add it to the results. So if I execute this, now I will get only even numbers. Instead of writing false, if I say 1, now defaultly non-zero value means true, right? So now if I execute this, I will get all the elements. Why? Because you are returning true in both the cases. Okay, so that is the reason whatever elements I'm expecting, I should return true for that in case of a filter. So if I want to filter out few elements, I can use filter. But if I want to perform some operation on individual elements, then I can use map. If I try to perform the same operation on map, now check the result length. So it will be again of same length as of input. Okay. So what filter will do, it will just filter out the elements for which answer is true. What is lambda? So lambda are also known as anonymous function. So if there are few small functions which contains very few lines of code and you are not reusing those functions, then rather than writing a separate definition and providing a function call every time, then you can define them as a lambda function. So lambda works very well with your map function. So let's take the same example. You have a list and you are defining this square function. Now if you check the code of this square function, you are just writing one statement, that is return square of that particular number, right? So such functions I can replace using lambda. So how to write a lambda function? So lambda functions will not have any name. So I'm saying lambda. Now here you can specify the argument. So lambda is the keyword. Now you can specify the arguments which you want to specify. But here in case of a map, it will pick one element from this. So argument should be 1. So I'm saying let's say argument is num1. Now what I want to do with this, so I want a square of it. So I'm saying num1 star star 2. Okay. Now if I print the result, I'll get the desired output. So in case of a lambda functions, I cannot do item assignment. So there has to be an expression, and this expression will behave as a default return for you. So you do not have to write a return statement also. Okay. So it's advisable if your function is small, then only go with lambda, otherwise write a normal function definition. Let's take this problem. So here I'm writing if number is even, return me true, else return false, right? So I just need to check value is true or false. So same thing, I can replace it with lambda. Okay, this will again pass a number. I need to just check if, so I just need to calculate that whatever number one I'm passing mod 2, okay, equals 0. Now it will pass the elements, it will check if it's equal to 0 or not. Now I'm adding a comparison operator. So defaultly this lambda will return true or false, and your filter will filter out the elements for which answer is true. Okay, so you have to write a function in such a way that for values which you are expecting, it should return true. So another very famous use of lambda function is sorting a dictionary on the basis of values. Okay, let's say you have a dictionary which contains 50, or let's say 1 value is 50, 2 value is 40, 3 value is 30, 4 value is 20, and 5 value is 10. Okay, if I want to sort this particular dictionary on the basis of values, that means I want output as 5, 10, 4, 20, 3, 30, 2, 40, and 1, 50. Okay, so we have already discussed the sorted function. It can sort any data type. So let's try using sorted. So, but sorted will always return me a list, right? So if I say sorted of D, okay, and if I just print this L, now this will give me only keys. I will lose on values. Okay, what I can do, I can say D dot items. Let's give it a try like this. Okay, so now it is giving me key and the value pair, but it is again sorted on the basis of keys only. Okay, so just to show that, if I change the values, that is 3, 2, and here if I say 1, and here if I make it 8, something like this, if I execute this, it will sort it on the basis of keys. It will not sort on the basis of values. If I want to sort it, this sorted function takes one more argument called key. Now this key has to be a function. So what is the use of this key? Now you have to specify on the basis of what you exactly want to sort it. So it will pick a tuple from this, that means a key value pair, and pass it to a function which you are writing here, and that function should return only the value if you want to sort it on the basis of values. Okay, now again that's going to be very small function, so I'm writing a lambda for it. So I'm saying lambda, again I will pass a value. Now this will be a tuple, that is it will be a key and the value pair, out of which, so the x of 0 will be the key and x of 1 will be the value. So I don't want to sort it on the basis of key, I want to sort it on the basis of values. So I'm saying from this, just return me the value of it. Okay, so now if I do this, so now it will sort it on the basis of values. Again, if I want a dictionary, I can typecast it in a dictionary. Okay, so that's all about map, filter and lambda. If you have any queries, post it in comments and I'll try to solve those.